Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is part 4 of my Dollar Tree Halloween figurine makeovers. We're doing the ghost and the skeleton today. So we're going to first start off with the ghost. So as the previous 3 videos, I am going to paint both of these completely black with Craft Smart black acrylic paint. So once I give those a couple coats and let them dry, they're going to look like this. This time I did leave the ghost head white, but I did give it a whole fresh coat of white acrylic paint, and then I kind of pencil drew what kind of lines I wanted to put on there. So the ghost I'm going to keep rather simple, which, foreshadowing here, or spoiler alert, I don't end up keeping simple, because I just end up, adding more and more details. So I am going to fine line the face, and you can see my pencil markings where I kind of marked the idea of what I want to do, and then, I go from there. But I'm just going to fine line draw using little bits of acrylic paint. If you have too much acrylic paint on your brush, you're obviously going to get a thicker line. So easiest tip I can give when painting fine lines like this is to just really keep your paint thin on your brush, and because you can always add more, but it's obviously a lot harder to take away, especially when you're painting on the white, because the white's not going to cover up the black as well as the black covers up the white, obviously. And then I just cleaned up the next there. So also, filming this was a hot mess struggle. I had parts where I thought I hit record and I wasn't, and so that's why you're going to see gaps in my painting where all of a sudden now the orange is there. That's because I thought I was recording and I wasn't. Fun for me. So anyways, I'm just continuing adding the white highlights. I do end up taking these little pupils away that I added here. I don't know. It was too humanistic. I don't know. It was just not, I wasn't feeling it. And then the cheeks. The cheeks were a source, this is a lot of difficulty for me. I watered down some pink acrylic paint, and my pink is chunky. It's Dollar Tree acrylic paint, and so it was bad, and I was trying to mix it and mess with it. I eventually got it to an acceptable level, but I moved on. So I started painting the front with the triangles, and then I was adding dots, and then I kind of really I was like, maybe I'll just put dots over the whole thing. And then I thought that was going to be too much, so I decided to do dots on every other panel of the pumpkin body. And I'm just using this dotting tool, which is from Dollar Tree, which I haven't seen in a while, but these are pretty easy to find or get online. So I'm just taking I'm dipping once, and then I'm doing to get the different sizes, I'm not dipping back in between each dot. I'm just exhausting the paint, and I'll show you guys both the finished products at the end. So obviously we've moved on to the skeleton here, and I am gonna use a green, but the green is not going to show up very well on the black. So everywhere that I want the green to be, I am painting white first to help it stand out, because it is a neon green, and it'll be lost on the black paint. My only regret, I think, with this is going with the original mouth that they had carved on here. It's too low, and I had white paint on my fingertip there apparently, and dabbed it. Anyways, fixed that obviously. And so yeah, the mouth is too low, and I think on the next ones I repaint, I'm going to ignore the mouth, or maybe fill it in a little bit with a little bit of air dry clay, and then raise the mouth up and make it kind of more Jack Skellington-like. So that was the neon green I'm using, and so you see now it just really pops off of the white. So anywhere there's the white on the face and the brim of the hat, I am going to put green over it. I had a hard time kind of deciding what I wanted to do on the skeleton body, or on the pumpkin, his pumpkin body. And I really like the idea of a pinstripe, so I haphazardly, I'm not trying to make this look perfect. And those orange buttons, I will go through with black paint and clean those up in a little bit. So I just did a contrasting with the orange and the neon green. The neon green actually showed up rather well against the orange. And then in the ribs of all of the panels of the pumpkin, I did white to kind of pull all the colors together, because there was a lot of green and white on top and not orange. And you'll see me integrate all of the colors throughout him. And then I decided to get a little fancy and do a spider web on the top of his top hat. And then I wanted it to kind of look like spider webs, or, you know, cobwebs around the brim of his hat too. So I just kind of did some wispy stripes through there. And I'm just going to keep adding details. I'm still kind of not sure if I like the dots, but it needed something. And then I added some white little, crack marks, if you will, to them. And I did seal them, of course, with my Rustoleum's clear matte my words. You guys, this was a rough one. I have so many craft ideas. I'm going to be bringing you guys more and more Halloween. So give me a like and a follow, and I'll see you on the next one.